Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Thanks so much for continuing to watch. In this segment, we're going to talk to you a little bit about your work from home situation and why it really should be working and could be working for a lot more people. I'm here with Cheryl Fields Tyler. Thank you so much for making time for us today. It's good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, Keisha. Thanks for having me on.
Now, I got to say, I'm sure that this question has been coming up so much in the last 3 or 4 years. What are you telling people about the benefits of having some type of hybrid or work from home situation?
Sure. Well, we work with business owners, CEOs, business leaders of companies of all sizes, but mostly large and medium-sized companies across the US and in fact across the world. And one of the things that we know is that what makes for a great engaged workforce is trust and clarity around expectations. Work from home actually supports both of those outcomes. It increases trust. People feel more trusted. They feel like they have more of a sense of efficacy and autonomy in their work. While at the same time, we know that actually working from home, we learned this actually through the pandemic, it really forces us, it gives us an opportunity to clarify priorities, goals, all of the things that really matter to make work meaningful as well as productive for the business. Kind of what we think about as work from home is part of a great strategy, or remote working hybrid schedules is part of a great workforce strategy where the work can be done that way. One of my ways of thinking about this is if working in hybrid or remote ways can be done, it probably should be done and will be done. So your company needs to think about how to do it as well.
Now, I guess my question is, are they pushing people out? Are companies pushing people out because they don't have a work from home, process, or because that's not an option for a lot of people? Because now, to your point, many corporations, many businesses are finding out that it does work. And so I guess, I feel like employees kind of have a little more, I guess, options and alternatives. So are you dealing with that a little?
Actually, employers, CEOs, senior leaders also say workforce flexibility is really important to their companies as well. So I don't know that I actually think it's less about sort of a philosophical difference that it can be done. It's more, how do we do it well in ways that don't feel like it's sacrificing too much in terms of the kind of goodwill and relationships and collaboration and all that good stuff that people at least feel like happen more easily when we're actually working in a workplace together versus, actually just an antipathy towards doing it at all. I think people are looking for ways, how do we bring people together for those moments that matter? How do we create that collaborative trust, clarity that we need when we are actually working together in the same place, and actually just continue to extend that regardless of the kinds of schedules and ways that people are working in hybrid or remote ways.
Now, I think that that's exactly where I was going. My next question was going to be, is there a way to do both well? Can, both the corporations, the companies succeed and the employees succeed with some type of, hybrid situation where they do come in, certain times, they do have collaboration together, but the work from home is still an aspect of that growth?
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing that. I mean, a full 50% across all companies, all industries, all of these roles, including senior leaders, now say that they work at least a hybrid schedule. They're not in the office 5 days a week routinely. That's a big change. And of course, we all know the pandemic sort of accelerated that change. But I think that those changes are here to stay. We know that employee well-being is actually at the very top of the priority list across all demographic groups in the workplace, from senior leaders, HR, people managers, and frontline knowledge workers. And well-being, it tends to be higher in organizations that have hybrid or flexible work opportunities for people. Secondly, we know that trust and engagement is absolutely essential to unleashing the potential of your people and enabling them to do their best. In fact, in our survey, people were 10% higher in terms of saying their manager was effective if they worked a hybrid or remote schedule. that kind of outcome is what every organization, I think, is looking for. It's really just helping them have the opportunities to create the policies and the context where people can work in these ways, where work
Wow.
can be done that way. Obviously, there are some jobs that don't allow for hybrid or remote
Yeah.
schedules, but where work can be done that way, it will be and probably should be.
Wow. Thanks so much for taking the time to come on and sharing this information with us. We've listed the website there in case people want to, read up on the actual findings. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much, Keisha. We really appreciate your interest in this topic. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, guys, please take the opportunity to go to the website and learn a little bit more about these findings. Thanks so much for tuning in to this segment of Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back with more.